SP and questioned him as to why the influential Seer still roams free. This is what he had to say.
The girls have been brought here for a spot inspection. Why is the police not questioning the accused yet?
Investigation is going on.
But why usually in POCSO cases, you know, there would be questions. So why isn't the accused being questioned? The children are being brought here for spot inspection. Their statements have been recorded repeatedly, but not the accused.
Investigation is going on. We'll do it.
And if you could give us some more details, sir, as of now, as far as the investigation is concerned, what leads have you got with regard to the statements that the children have given? Has anything been divulged to the police further?
With regard to the case, already we have sent press note also. No more comments.
So, but usually in POCSO cases, there would be, you know, once again, sir, if you could just give us a little more details. In POCSO cases, accused are taken into custody. Why isn't he being taken into custody, sir?
No.
Why isn't he being questioned, sir?
The investigation is going on here.
All right, let's open this up to Anurag Naidu, author, who's joining us on this broadcast. Also with us is Atisham Hashmi, political analyst. If I could begin with you, Mr. Naidu, because, you know, though the Chief Minister has come out and said that the police has been given a free hand, the police on ground is not really doing anything. No concrete action is being taken against the accused Seer. All right, he holds a key position as far as this all-important Mutt in Karnataka goes, but he is an accused, and even before something comes off the trial and some conclusion is reached upon with regards to the probe, how is it that he's sitting in the Mutt comfortably, holding meetings, addressing the large crowds that have gathered outside the Mutt? This is absolutely shocking.
Yeah, I think, you know, there's a very interesting analysis. You also showed the bite from Mr. D.K. Shivkumar's interview. And he's an opposition, very vocal leader. He himself refrained from commenting. That itself answers a lot of questions for us. He's a leading opposition leader. We also need to understand Mr. Shivamurthy Murugha Sharanaru. He's a very powerful point of in the Jagadguru Muruga Rajendra Vidyapith Mutt, which is in Chitradurga. And not that Lingayats have been a very staunch supporters for the BJP and constitute 17%, but the influence comes from the fact that Lingayats have always had a consolidated support or consolidated opposition. So nobody wants to really, you know, mess up with that consolidated support, number one. Number two, since the case has been registered and since the investigation is always, you know, has already started, and Mr. Bommai has also given statements, you know, in the support of the investigation. He's not shying away from the fact that there is, even if an iota of, you know, doubt or iota of kind of criminal conspiracy or iota of involvement of this powerful point of, he is going to take an action. And not to forget, Mr. Bommai himself is a leader, is a Lingayat leader. He has been a nominee of none other than the Lingayat strongman, Mr. Yadurappa. So I don't think BJP as a party or the Chief Minister is shying away from taking any action on it. And a lot of times people in also the media channels and other places, I've seen them attributing anything done wrong to the
Yadurappa has in as many words backed this year. There is no doubt, no, you know, second thoughts about the fact that he has come out in support of this year.
He did, but that's what I'm saying, but not the Chief Minister. Mr. Yadurappa is no more the Chief Minister, and the police do not take direction from Mr. Yadurappa. So in that sense, the BJP
seems a little divided on what it needs to do as far as this case goes. They're possibly finding themselves in a tough spot.
No, Mr. Yadurappa, let me make it clear. Mr. Yadurappa, as one of the devotees and one of the followers of Baswa philosophy, it is by his hunch and his gut feeling that he feels there's nothing wrong. But POCSO has been registered and it's a fact on the public domain. And I don't think he himself, as a politician, will be against any kind of investigation. If it was so, he would have really suggested or advised Mr. Bommai not to do this. But I don't think that is the way. He might have his personal allegiance and personal beliefs, but that is far more different from his professional political careers and his belief in the service to the society. And I think he has his valid point.
Okay.
I mean, if
all that is
might be
the realm of speculation. Let me take that to Atisham Hashmi, because none from the BJP, none from the Congress, none from the JDS have come out and really called out the charges that are leveled against this Seer. Why? Why this kind of a hesitance? We all know the, you know, the weight the Lingayat community holds in terms of vote bank in the state of Karnataka, given that we're in election season already, elections just a few months to go. But is it justified? Is it fair on the common man? Is it fair on the girl and the family who's gone through the pain?
Absolutely not. It's sheer injustice towards the family of girl and those minor victims of sexual offense. A first information report has already been lodged against Shivamurthy Murugha, and why government is protecting this rapist and this accused, I don't know. As far as my legal knowledge is concerned, strict action should be taken against this rapist and sexual harassing accused, because he has committed violence against two girls at the cost of giving shelter to them. He tried to sexually molested them. And why political parties are providing shelter to this accused is
you're right in pointing out that all political parties are being unfair at the moment, but this is not just about the ruling government, Atisham Hashmi. It's not just about the ruling government. The Lingayat community was there even when the Congress and the JDS... I'm not saying it's about ruling government, or I'm not talking about BJP government or Congress government. As you know that now whole nation is divided into four sects: Hindu, Muslim, BJP and Congress. We are no more Indians. But as an Indian, it's my responsibility to condemn this kind of act, and I would request to Congress and BJP spokesperson and leaders, and I would like to make a special request to Smriti Irani ji and Meenakshi Lekhi ji and all others, female leaders of Congress parties and BJP party, to please raise their voice against this kind of criminal act against minor girl. And we must condemn this kind of sexual assault on minor girl. And either they are some big politician, big businessman or big saint or Mutt owners, they should be sent behind bars and they should be prosecuted. Okay, all right. Mr. Anurag Naidu, now the fact that these religious institutions like the Mutts in the state of Karnataka, for example, are known to be involved in social work, in religious duties, why is it then a spade is not being called a spade? Is it because of the political bonhomie itself? The fact that we're already in election season, is it that none of the political parties can afford to lose this trump card?
Yeah, not just election season. Let me tell you, there's a very interesting fact, because I come from Karnataka and I can tell you how it works. There are more than 500 Mutts, and most of them are about 12-13 Mutts are extremely powerful. One of them is Siddhaganga Mutt, and a lot of Mutts which hold a lot of influence, not just during the electoral times, but also at the allocation of the ministries, with the with the senior positions in the bureaucracy. They send their recommendations, and that's how the entire political, whether it is Congress or the BJP. Let me also tell you, out of this 500 very influential Mutts, most of them are Lingayat Mutts, and there are some of them which are Vokalinga Mutts. So where they have allegiance towards the Devegowda family and all the Vokalinga leaders. So when they are in power, they give the recommendations. So things work like that. There is kind of a good friendship. But what happened in this case? Let's understand why people like Mr. Umesh Katti and Mr. Yadurappa has also been supportive of this plaintiff. See, any kind of even an iota of crime against a minor girl child, it is absolutely condemnable, and we should not spare him.
Exactly. But the point is, we're asking as to why even before the probe concludes is that a clean chit is being given, because he's currently an accused, right? And the fact that he's roaming around freely in the Mutt, talking to the fellow seers in the Mutt, addressing the large crowds gathered outside his Mutt, who by the way are there to support him, is not sending out a good signal. I'm going to have to leave it at that, Mr. Naidu and Atisham Hashmi. The fact is that an investigation is underway, and before the trial concludes, a clean chit to the main accused is nothing short of shame. The religious institutions like the Mutts are known to be involved in religious duties, and a spade needs to be called a spade, at least at this point in time, at this juncture in the investigation. Thank you for joining us, gentlemen, on this broadcast.